All right, guys, here we go. Back on the dirt bike, back out of Moto541. Practice day, Saturday. Ready for some morning practice laps. Brad came down all the way down from Eugene for this. And unfortunately, they changed the practice to a 3 o'clock practice instead of a 10 o'clock practice. But that's okay, it wasn't their fault. It sounded like the park itself had other plans. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, we're here, 3 o'clock, ready to go. Heat of the day. It's not too bad. It's in the upper 80s, but I think it kind of threw everybody for a loop. Not coming out in the morning when that's what we were set up for. Again, not Moto541's fault, and I'm not even mad about it. It was just kind of a weird thing. Luckily, Brad was able to make it all work out for him and his schedule, so made for a long day for him, I think, but it's all good. Track's in pretty good shape, pretty standard Moto541 stuff. At this point, it's not overwatered at all. It's really pretty good. Braking bumps didn't get too bad. Accelerating bumps weren't too bad. This being my first session out, so track's pretty smooth. It's also Waterworld's Yamaha demo day today, so you may see some yammies out here getting some laps thrown up. I did not ride one. I thought about it, but just, I don't know, I'm too focused on trying to get better at my own game. I just didn't want to throw an extra wrench in it by riding a bike that I'm not familiar with. It's funny how this track, every time I ride it, it develops so much differently. It just depends on what type of watering they do, and you know, just where the lines develop and everything. It's really kind of neat. I've spent a lot of time on this track this year and really enjoyed it. It's funny how every time you think you have something figured out, you come back next time and it's not the same. For the most part. That's the way it seems to me anyhow. Maybe it's different to everybody else, but
I'm tired already.
Yeah, unfortunately I did some yard work and did some other things throughout the day to try to kill the day before practice, and ended up eating too big of a lunch, let's say. And yeah, just kind of wasn't feeling real great most of the day today. But just kind of suffered through it. Not my best day of riding, but felt pretty good. I spun some laps, got a great workout in, got to ride with my buddy, and yeah, just, you know, that's what dirt bikes are all about. You may not always have the best ride day ever, but riding's riding, man, right? It was also nice to be able to, you know, talk to somebody else about the track. You know, we rode Eugene MX last weekend. I feel like that track had so much traction. I've never felt anything like it. It was probably the perfect day for that track. Like I said in the last video, there's everybody I talked to say when that track's wet, it's really slippery, but that wasn't the case when I rode it last weekend, and there was just so much traction. I didn't know what to do with myself. So to get back to Moto541 and be able to, you know, kind of talk to another guy after riding different tracks, and you know, this track's pretty difficult as far as finding traction, and I've been saying that all season. I know that dirt looks pretty good from the camera standpoint, but you know, they mix a lot of wood chips in with this dirt, and it just doesn't lead to traction. It leads to light, fluffy, loamy looking dirt that, yeah, it probably doesn't hurt too bad if you fall over in it just right, but it's still got a hard packed base, so everything on top of that is just kind of skating around. And yeah, it was just nice to talk to Brad, and he had the same kind of conclusions that I did. It's like, man, this track is pretty tough. Everything that looks like you can just rail around is like, for me, it takes a lot of work. A lot of work getting the body position right just to keep the bike from hitting the ground. Now, that being said, I'm not the best motorcycle rider in the world, so I've got a lot to learn yet. I've been riding for a long time, but you know, you can tell by this video that I'm not the best rider in the world. So there are fast guys out here that can go very fast in this dirt, and I'm very confident and comfortable in it. You know, for me, most of the jumps, the run-ups aren't that long on them, and it just makes me nervous whether I'm gonna have enough traction to clear a jump or not. So in session one there, because there wasn't much more to talk about. Like I said, I wasn't feeling that good, so I did a lot of rolling around the track and not really riding it a whole lot. So, session 2, hopefully have a little better session this one. And, well, the first session was good. I'm not saying that wasn't good. I didn't feel that good. And really, the second session is much more of the same. Just a little off my game. Still rode reasonably well. Getting out of the track here, just kind of trying to give everybody a little bit of time, get a little separation, find myself a little gap to fall into so that I'm not too close to anybody. Like I said, if I fall down, I don't want to have to take somebody with me. Gonna start dialing it up a little bit here. Get ready to put in some motos. I feel like they gave us 20-minute motos as well today. I could be wrong on that, but I felt like I was getting tired towards the end of these motos. When I look at the run times for the clips, it looks like it's pretty close to 20 minutes. And actually in this session, I pulled off a lap early because I kind of overjumped the finish line. I don't think I show that. I think I cut this off early. The magic of editing and all that. Trying to keep the video from being too long. I know some guys like it. Most people don't. I don't think people tune in for a 40-minute video like they do for a 10-minute video that they can watch and just kind of skim through. But sometimes I just like to put it all together so you can see how the whole day went, even if it is a bunch of me just riding around it. Well, not quite seamless, but it's not like woods riding where everything's a little different. Once you've seen the course and once you've seen me do one lap, I do pretty much all the laps the same, so I'm not trying to deter you from watching this whole video. I'm just saying, I get it. I watch some YouTube myself. It can be hard to sit through 40 minutes of somebody riding track if there's not something exciting going on. That's why I try to talk, do a little voiceover and this stuff. But unfortunately, I'm not very entertaining when it comes to that either. So, what can I say? Ah, here comes Ryan. Ryan, yes, on the, I think it's a 2008 KTM 525 dual sport plated bike, EXC. The new ones are EXCS. I don't know if that's what that one is called. But he is so fast on that thing, man. We raced in the same class together. Well, that was a hard landing with the soft stuff. I don't know what class I race in anymore. I guess I probably don't. Probably not in the same class as him anymore since I don't think they're going to run 40 plus here for some reason. And yeah, that's a story for another day or a past video that I've already talked about. But back to Ryan. Yeah, he flies on that thing. I don't know if it's the ultra soft suspension that just lets that bike turn and this stuff where there's no traction. I don't know what it is, but I literally cannot get my bike to do what he's doing. Don't get me wrong, he's got some skill. Much more than I do, but yeah, it's just fun trying to keep up with him. I get a little break here as he kills her and throws mud at me. Yeah, he's fun to get out here and try to keep up with. Helps make me a little better rider if you're chasing after somebody. Not sure if he's jumping that yet or not, so I'm kind of sizing it up for this moto. I haven't been jumping it the last couple times I've been out here. I never jump it in a race. I don't know why. I just have never really felt the need to. like I said, most of the time the guys that are beating me aren't jumping it anyways. I just need to get faster everywhere else on the track. And there's a lot of track besides just the jumps. A lot of speed to be gained besides just hit the jumps that you're not comfortable in. That finish line jump, you know, they've been playing with that a little bit the last couple of rounds of the series they had here. It went from a pretty steep face, and you felt like you were kind of launching it off that thing, to it kind of brought the face of it down a little bit. But the jump's longer than it used to be, so it takes a lot of speed to clear the whole thing now. Oh, that was sketchy. That scared the heck out of me. So just to get back to that, I saw that guy sitting up on the top of the jump briefly, but I didn't realize he wasn't moving. I glanced up there, saw somebody up there. I was focused on the guy to my left to make sure that he wasn't going to do anything weird. And when I came up on that jump and he was sitting there, it was close. Closer than I wanted it to be. That's why, you know, you always got to be paying attention. You never know what's going to happen out on that old motocross track. Like I said, I saw him sitting up there, but I just kind of glanced and saw him and assumed that he was moving, and then kind of focused on the guy next to me to make sure he didn't come across on me or anything. And it could have been a lot worse. Could have been really bad. Not his fault. Wouldn't have been anybody's fault really. If anybody's, I should have been paying more attention, I reckon. I was planning on jumping this one today too, but like I said, I just had a hard time keeping the rear wheel behind me if I really poured on the gas. And that's part of the challenge, right? One thing I need to get better on with the 450 is clutch usage. I don't feel like I use the clutch like I do on my 250 two-stroke, or any of my two-strokes. We were trying to feather the clutch a little bit to get in that perfect RPM range. Well, four-stroke, I don't know, they just have so much power that you just kind of roll the throttle on and you're always in, I don't know, you always feel like you're in the right RPM range. So I don't do much feathering of the clutch. Maybe I should, maybe, you know, that would definitely help with traction if I could figure that out. I don't know, you know, the pros go through a clutch every moto, so I must be doing something wrong. Which, that sounds about right. I don't know if I mentioned, because I've restarted this voiceover about 4 times, but this is also the Waterworld Yamaha demo day out of the track. So that's pretty cool. You can sign up and take out one of the new Yammies. Another hard landing. Jumping into that soft stuff right there. And just kind of over jumping just got the best of me. Anyways, I'm all over the place. Yeah, so you can come out and test ride one of the Yamahas, sign up, put your name on the list. I really don't know how it works. I didn't come out here for that. I'm not in the market for a new dirt bike right now. Well, I'm always in the market for a new dirt bike, but most of the time they're not going to be blue. And nothing against Yamahas. People love them, and some people don't. And I'm just on the fence where it's just not my thing. Not my favorite color. All the bikes are good. I know Yamahas are killing it in all the shootouts and on the track and all over the place. You can just see them. But yeah, I don't know. It's not my thing. I think it did cost a little bit of money to sign up and take one of their bikes out for a spin. And yeah, great bikes for sure. But I'm pretty happy with this 24KX. You know, the slow 450. Look, I'm a slow rider, man. I just don't need it. And it's still a 450 at the end of the day, but I really appreciate the fact that this bike does not seem to tire me out like other 450s I've had. But I can see where people would say it's not as fun because it doesn't, you know, rip your arms off coming right out of turns or whatnot. So you got to ride it in the upper RPMs a little bit more, I would say. It doesn't have the torque of the, you know, the bikes that the Yamaha per se, or the Honda or the KTM or any of the other bikes, which makes it perfect for me because I can't hold on to these things anyways. I like the way the bike handles. I like the suspension. Of course, I did respring mine because I'm so fast, so very fast. No, because I'm carrying an extra 30 pounds of weight around. So yeah. Brad popping on the track here. He must have been taking a break, trying to make me look bad. Man, that Husky looks good. I was going to ride that 350 today, but once I got on this track, like I said, it's so slippery, and it takes everything I can do just to be focused on my own bike. Brad's going to hit this tabletop. Like I said, I'd kind of been sizing it up, but he beat me to it for sure. He always does. He's the jumper of the group. But yeah, that was sweet. I should have tried to get a little closer to him to see. Would have been a better video. So I'm thinking I'll see if I can catch up to him at all after getting a little head start. But like I said, I'm old, fat, and tired. He gets hung up a little here, so I gained a couple bike lengths on him. I'm thinking, sweet, now's my chance. At least to see what type of lines he's taking, see what he's doing that's working good for him. Then I'll get a little pinched off here. No big deal, nobody hits the ground, and that's what's important. And then I'm pretty sure that's Brad pulling off here. One lap, buddy. Come on, let's go. Try to make a move here. This guy is killing it, man. I talked to him earlier in the day, and he said his ribs are still bothering him. He's not quite back to 100%, but he's out here riding his dirt bike, and I think that's probably the best thing you can do if you're having a hard time getting those ribs to expand and reattach. There you go, finally get that tabletop. It's been a couple months since I've done anything. Got her pretty clean that lap, but that's probably the cleanest I got it all day. I don't know, I just can't consistently hit it as smooth as I want to. The good thing is that since I like the suspension on this bike and I have resprung, when I don't clear it clean, it doesn't break my ankles. So that's always a plus. Man, I'm rambling on today. But I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to keep it at it. As long as I got something to say, let's just keep talking. And I really have nothing to say. I'm not saying anything of any importance or any relevance at all. But I'm going to keep talking. It's my video. But if you don't like it, let me know in the comments. It's way easier for me to not talk than it is to do this. So I got to watch this whole thing, do the talky talk, and then upload it and line it all up. It's just... I don't know, if I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't do it. Somebody coming up on my outside. It's Ryan. I had to check up. I was going to send it 2 laps in a row, and I really had to check up there. I thought he was doing it, but I wasn't sure. I know that he definitely was hitting that tabletop later in the day, but he may not have felt it on that lap. But man, that could have been bad. That's the great thing about being old, man. You're paying attention to stuff like that. 20 years ago, I'd have sent it. I'd have sent it and probably tried to jump off to his left or maybe his right or something. Probably just would have ended badly. I am so much smarter than I used to be. Although it's not very hard to be smarter than I used to be. Yeah, Ryan is killing it. Like I said, he is so fast on that bike. I'm just going to dig and try to keep up with him for a lap or two. see, I think no, he didn't jump it there either. He was sizing it up. Maybe he hadn't done it yet. Here you can still see he's still pulling away from me. Like I said, I just got to get better. Yeah, my theory on that is that softer suspension just handles the slipperiness of this track better than my stiffer suspended kicks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing. All right, we're gonna jump out of that one. Start session 3. Just because, like I said, trying to get the video down under 40 minutes. I think we accomplished that. Maybe we accomplished that. So I'm pretty tired at this point, honestly. Like I said, the first moto took a lot out of me. I don't know if it was the heat or I don't know what it was. This track just takes a lot of work. And the second one went pretty good. I put in some pretty good motos, pretty good laps in the second one. And this third one, man, we were both kind of thinking maybe we'd skip this one, but you gotta at least get your money worth, so we're out for the third one. And it went pretty well as well. Had fun riding dirt bikes. Unfortunately, the angle of the sun at this point is making it really tough going in the stretch. The sun is right in your eyes. You notice the camera angle looks a little lower because I'm trying to keep my visor blocking that sun a little bit. And I'm definitely not as willing to jump into the sun. And these right-handed turns right here were kind of sketchy with the shadows. Yeah, I'm trying not to whine because guys were still going really fast right before the warm-up. That's my excuse for not going that fast. I'm saying it's the sun. It's all the sun's fault. I've been talking for like 22 minutes straight. I am so sorry. This rut really developed good in that first and second session. Started to get a little bit of a hook in it in that by this third session here. At least the third session for me. I'm trying to get faster through this part of the track. I just feel like I should be going faster. Into the sun we go. Yeah, I don't even think I tried to jump the finish line jump at all. I can't remember. Maybe I did. It'll be in the video if I did, but I definitely wasn't pushing hard. Ryan, jumping back. He's trying to be famous. He wants to get on. He wants to get on the video because I get a solid 20 or 30 people that'll watch this video. No, to those of you that do watch it and watch it to the end, I mean, this was a pretty long video, and I appreciate it. I know I meet a lot of guys at the track that watch some of my videos and whatnot. It's great talking to y'all. Don't be afraid to come over and say hi. Typically a pretty nice guy. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun meeting a lot of new people. And there's some fast guys out here on this one. And I'm not one of them. But it's fun watching them jump that big table top. Oh, we have a Levi sighting. This kid, his little Husky 85. He's gotten good. Been kind of fun to watch this season. His first, really his first track time has been here, racing the series here at Moto541. And he made about as many rounds as I did this year, I think. Both him and his dad, Ryan. Yeah, and I get to practice with him sometimes, and I cannot pass this kid. I don't think I've ever passed this kid. I think as soon as he sees my front fender, he goes about 5% faster. A lot of fun though, man. I really enjoy trying to chase him down and try to keep up with the guy. He's gotten really good this season. It's fun to watch. You see the rear of the bike, if you look at the shadow, man, the rear of the bike just kicks out as soon as I rolled the gas on it. Just so slippery. Slickery. Alright, so I found the last side of Levi, but he'll slow down and wait for me. He always does. Oh, listen to that FMF goodness. The bike sounds so much better with that FMF can on there. Looks way better as well. Probably 5 pounds lighter. Maybe. Yeah, this turn was the way the sun laid out in this turn too. It made it hard to push through there for me. And no, I'm not whining. I already told you I'm not whining. I'm just saying. That's why I'm so slow. Just the sun's fault. It's not because I'm not very good of a dirt bike rider. Because I'm amazing. I've been doing this 100 years. Got a little bounce out of that one. It's not bad though. I'd like to get a little cleaner than that though. But I think I'm hitting it in third, and I'm just getting a little bit more wheel spin than I would like to get out of that. But I don't know if I'd have enough to do it in second. I'm sure I would, but I'm just scared of second. It's so powerful. The track was great today, I thought. As far as they did a good job watering just enough to keep the dust down. And I don't mind a little dust, probably because I'm an off-road guy, I guess. But not so much that it was way slippery. You know? Sometimes they water the crap out of it because they like to get the ruts really deep and the braking bumps really deep. But this track, when it's wet, like really sopping wet, if you think there's no traction now, try it then. Then it's like, I don't know, I don't love it. Let's just say that. Man, Ryan that bike just bottoms out every time over those singles, and it just sounds like he's going to snap that shock right in half every time he lands. But he just sends it. See, I told you they'd wait for me. I'll make you guys famous. Probably not. Yeah, this was a fun battle though. I've always really enjoyed. Like I said, see, I think I got him. I got him on this inside here. I totally got him. Look at this. But I feel like he realizes it's me. He's like, nope. And he pops right back out there. He's just better than I am. Oh man, good times. All that horsepower I got over that 85, and it's just not helping me a bit. Look at him send that thing, man. That was a pretty good shot right there, I have to admit. I did that. That was all my photography skills. Videography skills, let's say that. Let's get it right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him on the outside here. I can never pass anybody on the outside here. But I do like this outside line here. It kind of lines you up for these rollers a little better. I feel like I can get through the rollers pretty good. The sun was killing all of us, I think. Levi's jumping that whole thing. I don't know why I'm not jumping that. I really kind of planned on doing it today. Just didn't. Little mistake there. See if I can't pull him on the outside, maybe. Oh nope, he's gonna go inside out. I almost hit the ground right there. It was hard to tell on the video, but the front end pushed, and I thought I was going down. I had a little too much lean angle, so I kind of check up a little bit here. I'm like, dude, you've had a pretty decent day. Let's not end it by smacking your head on the ground. So yeah, I check up for a lap or so, at least half a lap or something, and then I kind of get back on it. And it's not as much fun to be checked up. See them braking bumps starting to get bigger. Starting to get a little deeper throughout different portions of the track. It's funny, even the GoPro I know doesn't do how rough the track gets justice. And it's not that rough today, to be honest with you. But it can get pretty rough. See, I'm going to try to sneak back up on Levi here. See, I think if I can pass him without him knowing it's me, I think I got a better shot at him. He's throwing rocks at me too, that's not fun. Oh, he knows. Then I make a little mistake coming out of that little bit there. Maybe next lap. Go outside here. I felt like there was somebody right next to me and I couldn't go inside. I mean, it would have been rude to go inside. And I'm not jumping this on this side. Even though I think it's probably better to jump on this side, I just haven't really set it up. Sometimes when I watch these videos back and I listen to myself talk, I can tell that I'm not explaining things very well because I'm the only one who knows what I'm talking about because I simply didn't go into enough detail. And I'm sorry for that, but there's just so much going on. You know, I can only do so much, right? I'm just one guy. Anyhow, I'm gonna go on silent mode for a couple laps because I'm tired. It's a lot of work making these videos, you know? If you've watched it this far, thank you. This is a lot of lounge to watch. Especially when there's nothing crazy going on. But you can see I still haven't passed Levi, and I don't pass him today. I'm 0 for 4 or something when it comes to laps with Levi. Kid's good, man. It's fun. It's fun trying. But anyhow, I'm going on silent mode for the next couple laps. I'll be back. Did you see that? Did you see that? That guy wasn't going any faster than I was, but he jumped that big triple. Anyhow, I only kept this much of the video in here because I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. I have no interest in doing that jump. I think they're calling that a 100-foot jump. That's more than I want to jump. But I think it's in my wheelhouse, right? I mean, I think I have the skills for it. I just don't have the commitment, you know? I've been married a long time. I've committed to a very long marriage. But I don't have the ability to commit to a 100-foot table. Too many bad things can happen. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. But again, if you made it this far through the video, thank you, and I appreciate it. This is going to be it for this one. So until the next one, thanks for watching, and I'm out.